Hello there, welcome to Ton TV and the Greenock Morton weekly update, as sponsored by McTears, the auctioneers. My special guest today has been at the club just over a year. He had a bit of a stop-start campaign last season, but this year he's got off to a whirlwind start. He is, in actual fact, Morton's top goal scorer for the season, and he is the one and only Bluesy. So, Bluesy, you are top goal scorer for the season so far. How does that feel?
Obviously, we've only played a few games, but I'm happy to be contributing with the goals, and most importantly, the team's started quite well, so that's the most important thing. But I'm happy to be contributing in the goals.
The manager's urging you to get forward, and we've seen the results of that. First of all, the goal against Queen's Park.
The goal against Queen's Park, I think we never started the game well. Got a wee rollicking at half time. Came out second half and started the second half well. It was a well worked goal, and just tried to time a run into the box so I don't go ahead of the ball too early, and then thankfully I was able to tuck it away.
Last season, I said it was kind of stop-start for you. You had a great start to the campaign, then you picked up an injury, but you were able to come back for the second half when we were all guns blazing.
Obviously we started alright last year. Struggled away from home a bit. Managed to get a good few results away from home last year. Came back in the team towards the end of it, and I felt I was starting to do well just before lockdown hit. So I'm happy to be doing well this year so far.
It's quite frustrating lockdown, wasn't it, for guys like you? You know, you're based in Stirling. You miss the camaraderie of the players. You just had to do your own fitness.
It was terrible, to be honest. Just played PlayStation the whole time and try to keep fit as much as I could, but there was only so much you could do, and you miss the boys, you miss training every day in a competitive environment. So it was tough, but glad to be back now.
Does it make you appreciate football? I mean, I know not just as a job, but actually the chance just to kick a ball with your mates.
I'd say so. More that one. Just to kick a ball with your mates. First couple of weeks was maybe not too bad, just to get away from things for a wee bit. But then after that, you get bored and you want to get back to normal. So I'm happy to be back now.
Last Saturday, what did you make of that? Have you ever been in a game like that, 2-0 down with 8 minutes to go?
Nah, I came off last year in the Partick one, the 3-2 game at Partick. So last Saturday was a hectic game, as you said. 2-0 down. I thought we'd done alright first half. Found ourselves one goal down, unfortunately, and Strappy scored an own goal. Second half, we didn't really do too well. We didn't cope with them going down to 10 men very well until the last 10 minutes, where we eventually scored our goals. But it showed great character for the boys to come back.
Were you surprised to find yourself that far in the box when the assist came over from their United defender?
Nah, not really. We work on diagonal balls in training a lot, and midfielders picking up the second ball. So I was expecting Ross McKeever to head it back to me, but so maybe the United defender heard my shout, just found me. But happy to tuck it away and get another goal.
It was a perfect assist, wasn't it? Right.
I know. I think, as I said, the shout must have put him off, because I was screaming at Roscoe to head it back to me.
Is that your kind of range now?
Aye, I'll take that all day. Aye.
So listen, we've got 4 big away games coming up, starting with Wraith Rovers this weekend. They're flying high in the Championship. What's your thoughts on that?
It'll be a tough game. Every game's tough, especially away from home. That's one thing we'll want to work on this season, is away from home form. So we're looking forward to the game. We're going to try and take how we finished last week and start how we finished last week tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes, but we just need to focus on ourselves and impose our style of play in the game.
And then people are calling it the big one, St Mirren, Wednesday night, Renfrewshire derby. Have you ever experienced anything like that?
Nah, I don't think I have. Hibs away last year was probably the biggest game I played in. I really enjoyed it, so we'll see what happens. We're focusing on Saturday now, and then we can concentrate on St Mirren after that. I'd
imagine the likes of Jim McAllister and guys who've been around the club, no Morton inside out, will tell you what a Renfrewshire derby is actually like. I mean, in terms of Celtic Rangers, it just doesn't compare. This is a real game.
I'm sure the local boys will tell me, the gaffer as well, probably tell us. We know what it means to the club and to the fans, so we're willing to give 100% for that. And hopefully we win.
Sorry, what about the gaffer? He seems to have changed your game in terms of pushing you forward. Would you agree with that?
A wee bit. When I first came, I was just kind of broke it up midfield and that, tried to keep the ball a wee bit, but Now I scored a lot. I scored a few goals when I was younger. To be fair, I always seemed to score, and I always used to hit the box. And thankfully, I've started to do that this year. He always encourages his midfielders to get to the edge of the box and pick up second balls if they can. He said that's how he got all his goals. I think so. I'm just happy to be getting forward and getting goals.
Yeah, because you are playing a similar position to David Hopkin, aren't you? Really?
I don't know about that. I don't know. It's a few years ago now, so I've only seen a few clips of his goals, and that's it. Really, I can't really comment on that one.
I'd imagine the target is for you to score more goals, but I mean, you must have wider targets for the team.
Aye, it's most important is the team, obviously. We want to keep winning games and see where it takes us this year. Obviously it's good to get a few goals myself, and the other boys will be wanting to chip in with goals as well, especially attacking players. So we're most importantly, we're focused on the team and hopefully just getting 3 points on a Saturday.
We always talk about the camaraderie of the boys at this club.
Aye.
Dressing room's a bit mental, isn't it?
Aye, it's a good dressing room. A few older ones and a lot of younger ones, so it's good. There's a good balance, and as you said, it's a great group of boys.
Who's the most mental in the dressing room?
Calvin Horsey.
Why do you say that?
He's just a funny guy. Good to be around, and always makes a joke out of everything, and it's good. He's a good guy.
So listen, we asked you to do this interview earlier in the week, and somebody told me you went and specifically got a haircut for it. Is that true?
Nah, might have been, but always try and fit my haircuts in on my days off. So, you could say that, but just thankfully you never cut it.
Really? You couldn't afford me.
Could after a few goals.
Aye, you could. So more goals for Bluesy this year.
Aye, hopefully. That's, as I said, it's just focusing on the team, and if I can get more goals, then I'm happy to get more goals.
Well, we'll be cheering you on, as we always do.
Thanks.
Bluesy, thanks for coming in today.
No worries, cheers.
And thanks for joining us on the Greenock Morton Weekly Update, as sponsored by McTears, the auctioneers.